Well, I think those guys, both had a super impact in the game, and I think they created a lot of stuff. Um, I think they did shake free for some stuff inside and out, right? Um, but I also think that, you know, McCullum had a, really good shooting night. Obviously, he was good. 10 for 21 for Lillard isn't the end of the world, but I thought they did a good job of getting their other guys some really good opportunities, and some opportunities that were just okay. And they stepped in and made a couple big shots. I think we got the ball directed a few times, especially in the fourth where we wanted it, and those guys made a couple big corner threes and things like that. Kept them really going. I mean, they were good all over. I mean, the bench scoring was big, right? All those guys really contributed for them and made it even extra tough.
You had Scotty was starting. You started on Nurkic, and you had Column, and you Lillard. How do you think he did with the variety of assignments?
Well, I would say this, Doug. I don't think as a team we guarded very well, right? I don't know if it's looking at matchups or things like that. I just think that, when they shoot 56%, you're going to have a hard time winning.
It's been, you said before we got did it as well as we could do it, and then it was not as well, referring to the Detroit game. How concerned are you when the game start to, collect by a lot, but not as well?
Well, we came out guarding really well, right? I think we were really into them and really active and doing things, fairly well the way we wanted to do them. Really, I think the start of the second and the start of the fourth really let us down, right? I think it changed the whole momentum of the first half and then made us put us in a hole in the fourth. So again, I think we were on the right track. I think tonight we did it really well in a couple quarters and not so well in other couple. Little inconsistency in the game tonight.
Malachi for Delano in the third and fourth, is it just a matter of wanting a bit more playmakers, a bit more offense?
Yeah, just trying to find a place to squeeze him in. Eric, I thought he had a good end of the third, and obviously it was tough on those guys to start the fourth. When he brought back both Lillard and McCollum, and we couldn't survive a possession. It was 3 possessions, timeout, and that was it for those guys. So, and it's too bad too because we actually, we had a great cut backdoor layup, point blank. I think we had a couple of those and didn't score them, and that didn't help. I think that might have let us survive that a little bit if we could have put those in.
You guys containing the ball in down the stretch in the fourth. Obviously, Dane seems to not too many guys talk to contain, but they seem to be able to get by that first winner and score and drop things.
Yeah, we got to do a better job of containing it in general. I think it hurt us in the last game too. Down the stretch, it wasn't any sets or anything. We guard initially well, and it comes to a top of the key ISO or a wing ISO, and we've got to do. Again, it's collective. You're right. Those guys are hard to guard, but when there's an action like that, there's got to be a reaction to the help defense. And it was just a little, we missed a few of those, or it was a little late. They were already into their takeoff, or we made one rotation and didn't make another, or something like that. So again, it's a collective effort.
Freddie talked about starting the season, deferring a bit more, trying to let other guys score and make plays, and then we've seen him have his brilliant stretches. He kind of got going right at the end of the game there. It's got to be tough to kind of manage that for him. How do you think he's doing it? You kind of just wish he would just take completely.
Well, they were blitzing him tonight, right? So they were taking the ball out of his hands. We did a really good job, I thought, especially early. We were finding, wide open shots, etc. We didn't do as good finishing at the rim as they kind of made an adjustment to kind of stay home, and we had to make a few in the paint, and we didn't make enough to make them pay for that. So it was tough for him to get going when they're blitzing him like that all the time. But you're right. He did get going and tried to will us back in the game. We just needed with about 1:40 to go, we needed a stop. It was a 1-point game, and I thought we had a really good defensive possession, and we didn't get a break on a really light drive.
Okay, we have 2 questions online.
Okay.
First we'll go to Josh Hooper from TSN.
Scotty had a couple turnovers late in the game. I mean, obviously those late game scenarios are tough to simulate. How valuable do you think those moments, even if they are learning moments?
Yeah, I mean that's how you got to take them as, Josh, is learning moments. I think Freddie made an unbelievable pass on a kind of but I'm not sure Scotty saw it through the traffic, right? And it was coming, with a little top spin on it. I think it caught him by surprise. It looked like it was going to be a two-handed dunk on that one. The other one, I'm not sure quite what happened. I'm going to have to look at it, where he went kind of underneath the basket, and they called him for a travel. I got to see. I would assume that Nance didn't hit it, which is why they called the travel. But to answer your question, I mean, he's a young guy. He's going to have some ups and downs, and he's going to make some mistakes. But I thought he was playing pretty hard and aggressively, and he was making the right things. He just need to finish a couple of those.
Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome.
And next we'll go to Adam from the Daily High.
Hey Nick, I'm just wondering in terms of your rotation, you were running a pretty short rotation tonight. How did you feel the guys handled the stamina of having a lot of minutes on a pretty short rotation?
Well, I mean, we wanted to play a different rotation there tonight, and the start of that fourth quarter kind of forced us into a scenario where we had to get the starters back in with about 10:40 to go. Usually we would have. We had a couple of them in there already, right? We usually leave a couple in, kind of at all times. But that's kind of what the situation that packed on probably a few more minutes. I thought, listen, they dug themselves out of the hole that was created for them, about 3 times, I think. And, they gave themselves a chance. Again, we just needed to make, with about 1:40 to go, we needed one more stop, and I thought we had a good defensive possession going there. We had it bottled up pretty good a couple times on the side, and just about a denial out there, and then they end up getting a couple free throws out of it. But so I thought they were playing fine, playing hard.